Welcome back to Your Palm Beach Guide, the podcast where we highlight the people, businesses, and ideas helping shape the Palm Beach community. Today's guest is Alyssa Freeman, Executive Director of the Marine Industries Association of Palm Beach County, an organization that plays a vital role in supporting one of the most important industries in our region. Alyssa began her career with the organization in 2008 and has served as an Executive Director since 2019, leading initiatives that support boating, marine businesses, and the economic growth throughout Palm Beach County. Originally from Southeast Michigan, Alyssa grew up on the water, a passion that has carried through both her personal life and professional career. Today, she is not only a leader in the marine industry, but also a dedicated advocate for conservation, community engagement, and workforce development. When she's not working, you can likely find her on the water with her husband and 2 daughters, continuing that lifelong connection to boating and the outdoors. Alyssa, welcome to Your Palm Beach Guide. All right. Hello, Alyssa. Welcome to Your Palm Beach Guide.
Hey, Kiana. Good morning.
We are so excited to have you on. It's been a long time coming, but I knew I wanted to get you on immediately after the boat show, not only to talk about boat show, but of course, everything else that you're doing in the county because you guys are everywhere. So before we get started, for those who don't know, just tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about marine industries, all those things.
Yeah. So I'm the Executive Director for the Marine Industries Association of Palm Beach County, and we represent all of the marine businesses. We're like we tell people we're like a chamber of commerce, but specific to the marine businesses. So we have about 500 members, and we do a lot of advocacy work. And like you mentioned, we also own the Palm Beach International Boat Show. We also put on the Palm Beach Holiday Boat Parade that runs from North Palm Beach to Jupiter.
Oh, do you really? That's you guys?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are 2 big events, the boat show and the boat parade every year. And then, we put on other events throughout the year for our members. But yeah.
So for marine industries and people who are in the boating scene or marine life, they pay a membership to join your organization. And then you assist with all things, like whether it's, do you help with any like maritime compliance or anything like that? Or is it mostly just exposure for their businesses?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Yep, a little bit of both. We work a lot with our local elected officials as well as state elected officials. So we have lobbying teams in Tallahassee that help us out. But yeah, we just want to make boating accessible to everybody. We represent really the recreational boating community more than the commercial side of things. But access is what we're all about.
Access
we want to make
key.
sure, access is key. We want to make sure that everybody has access to the water for generations to come. So that's our mission is to promote and protect the marine industry.
And you've been with the company since 2008, right?
Yes.
So long time.
Long time.
What has that journey looked like when you first started to where you are now?
Oh my gosh. So I started from the bottom, working my way to the top.
Did you really?
Yeah. So I was essentially like the assistant / office manager for the executive director at the time who hired me. And I'm originally from Michigan.
Okay.
She was originally from Michigan. So we had that.
Well, what brought you to Florida?
Connection. Just networking. I was in Michigan. I was finishing my 4-year degree, and I was just, networking with some people. And I was a lifeguard.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was a lifeguard at an athletic club, and so there were a lot of people there that I talked to, clients, and so yeah, just talking with the right people, and somebody knew somebody here in Florida, and they were working in the boating industry, the marine industry, and it was something that I was interested in because I grew up boating with my family.
Okay,
yes.
so it's like
it was a
ingrained
natural
in your
fit.
Okay.
As soon as I heard boating and boat show, and there was an opportunity to do that in South Florida, I mean, it was so scary because I was, early 20s and never dreamed of even leaving. But I wasn't one of those people that was like, I'm going to graduate and go live somewhere else.
Right.
Like I wasn't
You were
planning
set to
do
be
that.
home.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Close with my family. We have a big family there and still do. And so I don't know. I just said it was during the recession. So 2008, 2009, it was terrible economic times.
Right.
And so I'm like, you know what? This seems like a great opportunity. I should really jump on it because I don't know what other opportunity is going to come around for me. And so I'm so glad I did. I wasn't planning to stay for a long time, only like maybe a year or two, and I moved back and just fell in love with Palm Beach County, just completely fell in love. And then, like I said, I mean, I grew up boating, obviously only a few months out of the year because Michigan is very cold for most of the year. But yeah, it's just something that I really love, and my family and we have a boat now, and so it's part of my world. It's part of who I am and my identity.
Well, and I think too, like you have the appreciation and respect for boating because you have to have both. You can't be an irresponsible boat owner, and so that's where, especially here in Palm Beach County, just with how beautiful we have it here. We're so lucky. Yeah. So it's great that you're raising your family a part of that as well, and do you go back to Michigan often? And
we do. We used to go a lot more, but we definitely go at least once a year, definitely during the summertime. If you've never been to
I
Michigan,
have never been.
Especially northern Michigan in the summertime. It's so beautiful. And so it's definitely one of our favorite places.
So do you think just with Marine Industries and the heavy role you play in this community, has that really shaped Palm Beach culture of us being this boating community?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like boating is a part of our brand and our identity here in Palm Beach County. Our proximity to the ocean, and we have the beautiful lagoon and intercoastal waterway, and it's a part of our life. It's a part of our lifestyle. And so even if you don't own a boat, people are getting on the water every day, kayaking and paddleboarding, even just passively, walking on a pier and enjoying the water. And that's what we want to see. And we want to make sure, again, that everybody has the opportunity to do that.
What are some trends right now that you're seeing in the boating space, or even just within Palm Beach County? Are there anything that you're like, oh, this will pass, this trend or popular thing will pass, or it's here to stay?
So boat clubs is one thing that has, it's been, around for a few years now, but I think at first people were probably like, I don't know about this, but it's so popular and I think it's here to stay. And I think we might see more of them.
And so explain the boat club. You can pay a membership, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you pay like a fee up front and then like a monthly, membership, and you
can take the boat
have
out.
access to, it depends on what what boat club you join, but they have different types of boats, even like jet skis or, personal watercraft like that. And so it's great because you don't have to worry about storage fees, which are so expensive and hard to find here, speaking of access. And then you don't have to worry about maintenance. You don't have to worry about, cleaning it and fueling it and all that stuff. So it's just a great way, hassle-free way to get out on the water. And I think it's just becoming more and more popular.
And when we think about, I always hear this thing, like the best day in a boat owner's life is when they sell a boat or when they sell their boat. So let's speak to that a little bit.
Well, it's just a lot of work. And I'm just speaking as a boat owner, but my husband loves it. Like it's it's a hobby for a lot of people. Like that's their thing. They like to work on their boats and maintain them and stuff. And it's not for everybody. But the hardest thing going back to access is just storage. A lot of these, we have a lot of HOAs in our county and they don't allow boat storage. And so that's a problem. And then if you're wanting to store your boat at a marina,
it's probably so expensive.
It's very cost prohibitive, but a lot of them are full and they have waiting lists and you can't even, it's not even possible. And so that's an issue. And it's not like we have all this land to build new marinas or storage racks for them. We just don't have it. And so, we have more and more people coming here and more people want to get out on the water and boat. Of course, why wouldn't you? You want to move here and of course you want to have a boat. But that's another reason why, the boat clubs make a lot of sense.
Well, and touch on, so y'all sponsored our March breakfast, which every March you do that because it ties in with the boat show. Now talk a little bit about Palm Beach Marine Association Gives Back and that initiative that was so important this season.
Yeah, so for years, the association has been providing grants and sponsorship dollars to nonprofits.
Okay.
Sort of under the radar, And
I didn't know.
Yeah, most people didn't know about it. We didn't really promote it, and it was just sort of like an insider industry thing that we did. And so 3 years ago, we decided, you know what, we need to make this bigger, and we can make this bigger. The boat show had been growing and becoming more successful, and we wanted a way to give back to the community. And so through the boat show and through the revenue from that. And so we got with our partners at Informa. So we own the boat show, the association.
Okay.
But Informa is the company that produces the show. So we got with Informa and said, hey, we have this idea for a legit grant program that we want to start. And will you help us fund it? And so they said yes, thankfully.
Good. Okay.
And so we were able to start off with $500,000 in 2024. And so it started off slow because we had to get the word out. And so we had, several applications, couple dozen applications. And then the next year, same thing, $500,000, got more applications, which was great. And so finally, this year was our third year, and we got more applications than ever, over 50 applications. We were able to donate grant money to 35 organizations. 35, wow. Yes. So the most, and so it's growing. The amount of money is still the same. We hope to, as time goes on and we get the word out,
it will grow.
We want it to eventually grow, but we're only in our third year. So it's just something that we're super proud about. And I don't think there's anything really like it that's, it's specific to marine projects and programs. It's specific to Palm Beach County nonprofits.
Right.
So we want to keep those dollars local to our community and to our mission. And so we're accomplishing it. We're doing it.
And again, you've been in Palm Beach County since 2008, and you've been with this company this whole duration of time. So amazing. And I want to talk a little bit about your leadership style, because I feel like it's been able to grow because of your vision and direction of where you see the company growing. Yeah. And so just kind of talk about your own personal journey when it comes to those leadership skills and how you've been able to not only build a team around you, but also grow to the point that you're able to give these grants in the third year.
Yeah. So we have a really small team.
Yeah.
So right
really
now,
small. Please share.
Yeah. We have a very small team. We only have, including myself, 3 full-time people.
Wow.
And then, we have a lot of help on the side, but just the 3 of us full-time. But one thing that I saw an opportunity for was that when I became executive director, there was still, and the association has been around this is our 40th anniversary, so we're celebrating 40 years. We've been around for a while.
Long time.
And when I became executive director in 2019, I still saw that people didn't know we existed. They didn't know that we owned the boat show. They didn't know anything about us as an association at all. And so I really made it my mission to become a part of the community. So, joining the chamber and joining other business organizations and getting involved with, Leadership Palm Beach County and other leadership groups, and just meeting our other community leaders. And it's made such a world of difference.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, it's made such a difference. And so that's something that I'm really proud of, because now I feel like, most people know who we are now, and what we do. And so, and this is certainly helpful as well, but that's been something that I've been working towards for a few years.
And what can you kind of say in the last couple of years has been the most rewarding part of this role for you?
For me, it's been getting out in the community and meeting people, like I said, but also growing our workforce. And another part of my job that I love is meeting with students.
Oh, tell us about that.
Yes, so I love it. Workforce development is huge in the marine industry and a lot of other, skilled trades type industries. There's a need for a talent pipeline.
Right.
We have a lot of people retiring that are in the skilled trades, and we need to bring more young people into those roles.
And to know also that it's available to them.
Yes, exactly. They don't even know.
Right. They don't even know that this is an opportunity for them.
And it's right in our backyard, and they don't even know about these opportunities. And so it has been amazing for me I sit on the boards for Career Source Palm Beach County and also Junior Achievement locally. And so with my roles in that, I've been able to reach so many students at the both middle school and high school levels. We attend career fairs all the time and just talk about the marine industry. And it's something that I'm really passionate about and I love. And hopefully more students now know about the opportunity. Not that they're going to get into it, but
at least they know, and they have a good understanding.
And maybe they'll be future, if they don't work in the marine industry, they'll be future customers of our members. And so that's what it's all about.
So let's transition to talk about conservation and just the environmental focus that comes with boating and boating responsibility. And so how have you been able to work within the organization to promote that type of work? I know you're partners with Loggerhead, you're partners with a lot of our local partners as well, to talk about not only boating safety, but also environmental safety.
Yeah, it's super important because if you think about it, if we don't have, clean water and things like that, or habitat for fish, then we don't really have an industry here, and so we need to protect that. We need to conserve it. And so that's why the grant program is so important. We're able to give grant dollars to these amazing local organizations that are working to protect our reefs, to protect our marine life and keep our water clean. And so that's something that, we trust the experts. We're no experts ourselves in these things, but we will continue to partner because we think it's very important to our industry as well.
And so now let's pivot back to the boat show, and let's talk about these 5 days. 4 days.
5 days.
5 days. Yes, sorry.
I know. Yeah.
3 days, 4 days, 5 days. I felt like it is 5. You're right.
Yeah.
And we love it. You guys were so gracious to our chamber members to give us tickets to the boat show, and our members look forward to that every single year. So we have our breakfast, and they're always like, "Oh my gosh, the boat show is back!" Yeah. So walk us through just start to finish from logistics side of what it takes to get all of those boats in the marina, and just the sheer force that is the boat show that comes to Palm Beach County.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I have to give all the credit to Informa, who I mentioned earlier. They are, and they also have
Fort Lauderdale.
Yes,
right?
So they're true boat show experts. They have several U.S. boat show. Well, it's actually a worldwide company.
Okay.
A global company, but they do have a U.S. boat show section of their company, and so they produce our show, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, I think Sarasota or St. Pete, and so they're the best. They know what they're doing, and so they have a couple of weeks to get everything set up, and I know it's a headache with the road closures and things like that, but if you think about it, it's one of the biggest boat shows in the world, and they get it all set up within a couple of weeks' time.
Right.
And it's like a big game of Tetris with all of these boats, and they give everybody move-in times, and it's just such a huge coordination of efforts, and they do a great job. But once the show starts, like I said, it's one of the biggest boat shows in the world.
Right.
And we had more super yachts this year at our show than any other show in the country,
right?
Which is like amazing. So it's been so great to see it grow. Over $1 billion in economic impact for the state.
No, that's incredible.
Which is, we're bringing like a Super Bowl to West Palm Beach, to Palm Beach County every year, and the hotels are full, the restaurants are full. Palm Beach County and West Palm Beach are seeing, tens of $1 million in economic impact. It's great for tourism.
Right.
I also sit on the tourism board, Discover the
good.
Palm Beaches, so very involved with them.
Well, heads in beds, and people need to really understand the bed tax understanding of what is tourism to Florida.
Yeah.
And so as, painstaking as it is sometimes to get to work during the boat show weekend, it's very important to the economic development of Florida and Palm Beach County.
It is. And it's an international show. So we have, I think a third of our exhibitors and a third of our attendees are coming from outside of our Tri-County region.
Wow.
And so all those people, need places to stay and eat, and there's more sales happening at our boat show than any other boat show in the country. I mean, that's good. It's what it's supposed to do.
I
know, and I just want the entire community to feel so proud about it, because we should. I mean, it's just something that that's good. It's good for our community.
It is. So let's talk, before we wrap up, and just some closing questions, let's talk about long-term vision for Marine Association, as well as just your role as ED. I mean, you've been there a long time, and constantly as a leader, you have to be thinking of what's next, what can we do better? So just what's on your mind for 10 years later, 5 years later? What does it look like for you?
Just protecting and growing our big events like the boat show and the boat parade. Those are our babies.
Right.
And so we want to, and that's what keeps the association going too.
It does.
Is revenue from the boat show. So without the boat show, we as an association, we don't exist. I mean, we need that to exist. And obviously, advocacy, there's always threats to the marine industry. There's threats to access, there's threats to, anchoring and things like that. And so every year, it's what do we need to do? Who do we need to talk to let them know, why this is an important issue? So that, and then of course, the workforce part, I don't think is going to go away. I think that's going to be something that I continue to work on. I'd love to, eventually grow our staff maybe a little bit, as I know this is dream. Anything's possible. Tell me. If I'm dreaming, I would love to add, at least an extra person to our team. I just think we could accomplish a lot more. And And then always, and you get this because you guys are doing events all the time, but just, coming up with different, places to go and things to do with the members and just keep things fresh. Cause I don't like doing the same thing every year. Yeah. I like to switch it up a little bit. So that's always top of my mind as well.
That's so wonderful. And thank you for sharing that. And as we jump into some closing questions, I just want to have this opportunity for you to plug anything you want. So if you want to plug your students program or the Give Back program or anything, how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah. So our website, we have all the information about what we have going on with our events and with the grant program. I mean, if you're passionate like we are about, giving back to the marine environment and marine programs and education, we would love to have, people donate whatever they can to our Palm Beach International Boat Show Gives Back grant program.
Gives Back grant program.
Yep.
Perfect.
And that is on our website at marinepbc.org.
Okay.
And so please visit and reach out, and you can sign up for a newsletter. We have a monthly newsletter with lots of information that's relevant to, it's very timely. So sign up for that. But yeah, the more people that we get involved, the better. We love it. Yeah.
So I always love to close my podcast with some rapid fire questions. Okay. They're not intense, I promise, but really the first thing that just comes to your mind, and we move on. Okay.
Okay.
So coffee or tea? What's your go-to in the morning?
Coffee.
Amazing. Your favorite hidden gem in Palm Beach?
Peanut Island. It's not really hidden though.
Oh, but you have to get there by boat.
Yeah, true.
One book that changed your life? I know this one always stumps people.
I am a book reader.
Yeah.
I am. But I read a lot of. I love fiction though.
Okay, say it.
I love fiction. But I have a terrible memory, so I don't always remember the titles of the books. So
no worries.
Come back on
we'll come back on that one. And what is one piece of advice you would give your younger self as you navigate this life and the workplace?
Just worry less.
Worry less?
Worry less. As a young person, you're so worried about your future and if things are going to work out. And I just wish that I would have taken more time to just enjoy life in the moment and not be so worried about the future. And because everything just
keeps
moving and works itself out. And if I was a young person right now looking forward and seeing myself now, I would just be really proud.
Oh, that's so good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks.